Hello everybody, it's Ben Fun with UpDoc, and we are very excited to share with you this brand new survey that kind of dovetails off of our popular job market pulse, the Corporate Quality Index Survey and Report Series. So, a little background. We have done our very best at UpDoc to try to bring a little bit of wage literacy and wage transparency, both on the employer organization and workforce side, as well as the practice management payer marketplace side. And this Corporate Quality Index Survey and Report Series, our aim here is to really bridge the gaps between the narratives. We ran a couple of pilot surveys in the past and even ran some employee versus employer surveys, trying to bridge the gap on what we wish each other side knew. Recently, we surveyed on a pilot group, practice managers and owners, and we wanted to see their willingness for their respective organizations to be put out there in terms of what their workforce thought was good, bad, could use improvement, or maybe is the most awesome thing ever and which could be propagated throughout the industry. We also ran an open survey that featured more of the workforce human resource side and their openness in identifying their current or past employers and what they thought, and ranked the various groups and stages of workforce compensation. The results were striking. Out of hundreds of respondents, only a handful, we're talking less than 5, remarked that they weren't going to be too willing to share that aspect of their organization and their employment, either past or present. We feel this represents a marvelous and positive shift within the industry, that the workforce and employer job market is really coming to a point of convergence, where people really do want a bit of transparency and want more engagement, meaningful engagement that spans not just the management of performance of human capital, but also a little bit of transparency on the organizational excellence side and what various tiers of managers can improve, not just for their human resources, but the organization and especially the leadership chain at large. Now, just like the Job Market Pulse, this is an anonymous survey. There's a handful of questions and should really only take you a minute or so to complete. They're very straight to the point, and the idea is to try to not only benchmark, but also, just like our last report series with the payer info pool, try to identify the highlights and the areas that we can improve as an industry. The team at UpDoc would like to thank you in advance for trusting us to gather these data pieces and put them into meaningful industry reports. We're hoping to gather enough data to be able to release some type of report before the end of the year. So be sure to put in not just your current employer information, but also your insights of past employment experiences. The more breadth of data, the better. Obviously, this is an initial scooping, a pilot of data, so just like the Job Market Pulse, which is really more mature data now, this will be entry-level data that we will have to kind of sift out, and we really do need your help in terms of telling us what's really happening out there. What are the good aspects of positive employer experiences and organizations, and what areas perhaps need a little bit of attention? Maybe things that have always been done that way because they've always been done that way, and maybe require a little bit of examination and improvement. Thanks again for joining. I'm Ben with UpDoc, and I can't wait to see what you have to say. See you next time.